Let's go drift it.
Hey guys, it's the Drifting Dad here, and this is going to be a real short video, but I wanted just to do a quick update on what's going on here and kind of my plans for the winter 2019. So let's get started. First off, you can see here the car is already up on jack stands, and I did this pretty much right after I got the car in from my last drift event. If you haven't, please go check out my video. See, I did break a bunch of stuff and ended up with the car having to be pushed on the trailer with a flat tire. So it was a bit of a challenge to get it off. I got it off fine, and then put it up here, jack stands, and started tearing it apart. Up front, we have where I have taken the knuckles off and everything. I still have the control arms on. I haven't taken them off yet, but I will be taking them off as well. I actually went ahead and sold the coilover setup on the front to a fan. So hopefully he's enjoying them. And my plan here is to use some FC RX7 front knuckles, but still using the standard FB cross member and everything. So to do that, I'm gonna have to build some custom lower control arms. They're gonna be tubular and they're gonna be adjustable. They're gonna have rod ends and spherical bearings, so the issue of the ball joint falling out like I had in a couple previous drift events will no longer happen. And with that, I get to keep my 5 lug hubs and 5 my big disc brakes and everything, which is a nice bonus. Those work really well, and I don't want to get rid of those. So going to a FC front hub, or front upright, sorry, front spindle, whatever you want to call it, steering knuckle. Now, obviously, the suspension has to change for me, so I will be getting some really nice coilovers from ISC, one of my newest sponsors, hooking me up with some front coilovers. So I'm really proud to be working with a company like them, and I think that documenting this process of putting it on a FC knuckle on basically a stock FB will be helpful. Going to the back of the car, you can see I've done some disassembly here as well. I'm actually in the process of taking the rear axle out because I've actually found a Ford 8.8 axle locally that I'm going to put in. So I finally will no longer have a 4 lug rear and a 5 lug front. I should have 5 by 114 front and rear, which will be good. That'll be nice just to have one basically size tire and wheel. And as far as on the Ford 8.8, I'm going to be documenting that whole process. It's a 4:10 is the ratio I'm getting. It's open. I'm going to put a mini spool in it. And it's from an Explorer, so it's 31 spline axles, which should be more than plenty as far as strength for my application. And also one more thing. So I've already addressed the lower control arms, but I want to address the uppers as well. So I'm going to be building, modeling the whole rear suspension CAD, and I'm going to try and keep this car build as FD legal as possible. So with that, I'm not going to be able to change this mounting point and this mounting point on the chassis. So I'm actually going to build some sort of mount that goes here. Not entirely sure how it's going to work, but I'm hoping that I can basically build a weld-on or bolt-on kit for someone to be able to redo the basically new links, new mounting point on the chassis, and that would give you way better suspension geometry and hopefully little or no binding. Whereas, on the setup the way it is now, there is a lot of binding. So that's something I'm hoping I'll be able to offer people very soon, and I'm definitely going to document that process as well. I think that people will probably want to see how to model something and be able to articulate the suspension and stuff. So please let me know if that's going to interest you, and I really hope that it works out the way I'm planning it to. Also, one more thing is going to be this roll cage. Now, I've had this thing for a while, I don't think I've ever showed it to anyone though on here. It is a auto power bolt-in roll cage. And this one has been modified with the addition of some door bars. It is unfortunately bolt-in, not a weld-in. I think that it'll probably do for now. I know it's not FD legal, so eventually I will be building my own cage, but at least it'll get me something definitely a lot safer than having no cage, and obviously let me tandem a lot more places than if I didn't have a cage. To do that, I'm gonna be painting everything. This is one of the door bars I've already painted, but I'm gonna paint everything this machine gray. I think it looks nice and professional compared to the black. And hopefully installing that real quick. Well, thank you guys for watching. Please check out all my sponsors there. Oh, thanks guys for watching, and I'll catch you later. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know. I know there's a lot of things going on in the off season. Probably for you is probably more so than me. And I'd love to hear your feedback. Some of the projects I'm doing. Thanks.